Hello and thanks for joining me, your sport pilot James Glory, on another exciting edition of Sport Vibe GNT World. As you know, it's our tradition to bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sport with GNT World. This week won't be an exception, so please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, and starting from the world of tennis, we can confirm that Rafael Nadal won't be participating in the Madrid Open because of his struggling with injury, and also his counterpart, the person of Novak Djokovic, has withdrawn from the Madrid Open after suffering an elbow injury. These two won't be participating in the Madrid Open. It must be an huge blow for tennis lovers, but there are so many individuals to look out for as support in the Madrid Open that will be taking place this weekend. Quickly, in the world of boxing, Anthony Joshua might be taking on Wilder in a fight, as these two are yet to dismiss the speculation of a possible fight between them. Remember, Anthony Joshua was able to defeat James Franklin in an unanimous decision in a fight that took place last month. Will he be able to defeat Wilder when they eventually take on each other? And straight to the world of football, can confirm that Vincent Kompany has won the EPL Championship Manager of the season. The Burnley manager who had Burnley secure their promotion to the Premier League next season has won the award for himself. I think it's a well-deserved award for Vincent Kompany, who will be playing in the Premier League next season, where he has his own former manager Pep Guardiola managing Manchester City. How far do you think Burnley will be going in the Premier League this season, and where do you think they will be finishing? The Burnley side, who are known for being a defensive team, are now an attacking-minded football club under the watch of Vincent Kompany. You see Burnley Football Club finishing at the top half in the Premier League next season. And still talking about the Premier League, Arsenal Football Club continues to sleep in their title race chase. Remember, Arsenal Football Club played a 3-0 draw against the relegation side Southampton, and in their last 3 matches in the Premier League, Arsenal Football Club has played a draw against Liverpool, a draw against West Ham, a draw against the relegation side Southampton, and Arsenal 3 draws in a row. And if you're talking about Arsenal who has 3 draws in a row, let's talk about Chelsea Football Club, who are yet to win a particular match under their interim coach Frank Lampard since he has taken charge of the team. Frank Lampard is yet to win a particular match. 4 losses in 4 games for the Chelsea Football Club. But let's talk about the informed side Manchester City, who are doing well and are through to the FA Cup finals, and will be facing Manchester United in the finals of the FA Cup for the first time in the history of the competition. We'll be having a Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. The Erik ten Hag side secured a win to the finals after defeating Brighton on the penalty kick during the weekend. We'll be seeing these two taking on each other in the finals of the FA Cup. Who will be winning? This is the second time that the Erik ten Hag side are visiting the Wembley Stadium, and we think they will be able to win Manchester City to the FA Cup. But if you ask me, the treble hope for Manchester City is on, as they are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. They will be facing Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals, and they are currently chasing the Premier League this season. They currently sit at the number 2nd position in the Premier League with 70 points and having 2 games at hand. Remember, their next Premier League match will be against Arsenal in what might be the match of who will be winning the Premier League this season. They are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. They are at the finals of the FA Cup, and they are in the chase of the Premier League this season. You see them winning the Champions League for the first time in their club history. Let's keep our fingers crossed and watch Manchester City play good football. Quickly, let's go on a very short break, and when we're right back, we continue from where we stop. Welcome back, and let's travel down to Germany, where we talk about Thomas Tuchel Bayern Munich side. Thomas Tuchel is here struggling again with Bayern Munich after just securing 2 wins in his first 7 matches in charge of Bayern Munich. He was able to defeat Borussia Dortmund 4-2 in his first match with Bayern Munich, but since then he has only been able to manage another win, making it 2 wins in 7 games for Bayern Munich. Thomas Tuchel has only been able to get 2 wins 2 draw and 3 defeats. Remember, they were eliminated by Manchester City in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Bayern Munich signed Thomas Tuchel to probably help them win the Bundesliga and the Champions League this season, but it's out of every competition, and as things stands, they are in number 2nd position in the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund back at the top of the table. And if things continues this way, I think Borussia Dortmund will get to win the Bundesliga for the first time in a long while. And still talking sports, in the Champions League, we'll be witnessing a Milan semi-final where AC Milan will be taking on Inter Milan. Remember, AC Milan were able to see off Napoli on a 2-1 aggregate, where Victor Osimhen scored a particular goal in his return to the Champions League, but his goal was not enough to see Napoli go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. So AC Milan will be facing Inter Milan in the semi-finals of the Champions League. And still talking about the Champions League, Erling Braut Haaland remains the highest goal scorer in the Champions League with 11 goals. And do you think he will be able to break or equal Cristiano Ronaldo's 17 goals in the Champions League? Erling Braut Haaland has been scoring goals after goals and breaking every record that involves goals. Do you see him scoring 7 goals or scoring 6 goals to go level with CR7 in the Champions League? Erling Braut Haaland has 3 more matches to play if they are able to defeat Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the Champions League. 3 more matches. How many goals do you think Erling Braut Haaland will be scoring in the Champions League this season? Please drop your comment at the comment box. And also, still talking football, Juventus has seen their 15-point deduction in the Serie A being revoked as they are back to the Champions League spot, occupying the top position in the Serie A this season. Remember, 15 points was initially deducted from Juve points, and that point saw them go down to the Europa League, but now they are back to the Champions League spot at the number 3rd position in the Serie A. And also, Juventus are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, where they will be facing Sevilla in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Sevilla, who defeated Manchester United in the quarter-finals of the competition, proceed to the semi-finals of the competition to take on Juve, who happens to be the favourite in the competition right now. We have Roma in the competition, and we have Bayern Leverkusen also in the competition, but as things stands, Juve appears to be the favourites to win the competition this season. Let's keep our fingers crossed and watch good football in the Europa League and in the Champions League this season. And for the record purpose, Manchester United are yet to defeat Sevilla in any of their competition so far in the history of the club. This is the length at which we'll be going on this week edition of Sports Vibe on DNT Work. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at Sports Vibe DNT Work. Enjoy your week and stay out of trouble. Thank you.